Hi, today we'll be looking at an example with percents, decimals, and fractions. Let's get started. So here's the question. Jane has 1.2 times the cookies Sarah has. Sarah has a lot of cookies. She first gives half of them to John and then sells 80% of them at the market. She gives Joey 3 of her cookies and then she has 2 cookies left. How many cookies does Jane have? Okay, whoa. That's a lot. So let's look at our hint. Our hint is the key is to go backwards. Okay, well, let's go back and see how we can go backwards. So we know that Sarah has 2 cookies at the very end. But before she has 2 cookies, she has 3 more because she gave them to Joey. So before she gives Joey any cookies, she had 2 plus 3, which equals 5 cookies. So she had 5 cookies before she gave any to Joey. And you know what? I'm going to actually put 2 plus 3 equals 5 here, so we have space down here. Okay, great. Now, before she goes to the market and sells 80%, that's what we want to find, how many cookies she has then. Okay, so we know she has 5 cookies right after the market. And we know that 5 cookies is equal to 20%. Because we know that she sold 80% of the cookies. So if 5 is equal to 20%, that means it's equal to 1/5 of this quantity, let's say X. So that means X is equal to 5 times 5, or X is equal to 25. Okay, great. So we know that she had 25 cookies before she went to the market. Now we want to find out how much she had before she gave any to John. Okay, well, we know that she gave half of them to John, so that means half of, let's call this Y, is equal to 25. That means Y is equal to 50. Okay. So Sarah had 50 cookies at the beginning, but the question asks, how many cookies does Jane have? Jane has 1.2 times the cookies Sarah has, so that means we need to do some multiplication. So we're going to do 50 times 1.2. Okay, as always, we forget about the decimal in the beginning, we bring the decimal last. Okay, so here how it goes. So 0, 0, and then we're going to add a 0. Oops, messed up on my multiplication. Okay, so we know that it's a 0 first, and then it's a 10, right? And after that we add a 0, and there's a 5, okay? So, and then we bring the decimal. The decimal had 1 place after it, so we put a place after it. So Jane had 60 cookies. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I hope to see you soon.